We've all seen the commercials with the man sitting with a group of kids asking them questions, and the kids giving the incredibly obvious and correct answer. I feel as if this question I'm posing is similar to the question that man asks, in which I mean that there is an incredibly obvious answer. What is better to have around your home, a cat or a dog? I would hope that everyone would pick the obvious answer, but I know not everyone will. I am going to prove to you why a dog is better to have than a cat. I'll give you examples of what a dog can and can't do, what a cat can't do, my own personal experiences and opinion, and why dogs are physically more healthy to have than a cat. Dogs can do a great deal of things, from guiding the blind to sniffing out bombs. Dogs can do it all. The New Hampshire Governor's Commission on Disability makes mention of disability service animals, in which it talks greatly about dogs, yet makes no mention of cats. Cats simply cannot perform the same tasks as dogs. The Americans with Disabilities Act defines service dogs as having been individually trained to do work or perform tasks for the benefit of a person with a disability, a task that a select few animals can even hope to carry out, and these disabilities can be physical or mental needs. These tasks are very specific and vary greatly. The most common and well-known is a seeing eye dog, which helps to guide the blind in their day-to-day tasks. The military use dogs also for tasks such as drug-sniffing dogs or bomb-sniffing dogs. They have police dogs that are used to catch suspects and sniff drugs. The roles that these dogs play are great and incredibly important, and is all possible because dogs have an incredible ability to learn. While it's true most of us don't need a drug-sniffing dog or a seeing eye dog, this ability to learn goes beyond those specific tasks. Studies have found that on average, a dog can learn up to 165 words, compared to a cat's 35. And this ability to learn allows us to train our dogs to do pretty much whatever we want, whereas cats really cannot be trained to do anything important or useful at all. In my own life, I've had many pets, including a few dogs and a cat. I've had a cat for 16 years, and a dog for close to 7 years now. Throughout this time, I've taken care of other people's cats and dogs, and I've dealt with many dogs and cats in my life. So it's pretty safe to say that I have plenty of experience with both dogs and cats. During that whole time, without exception, dogs have always been fun and want to play and want to spend time with you, while cats generally have a detached personality where they avoid you and only come around when it's convenient to them, like at dinner time. Dogs are fun in any size, whether they're 10 pounds or 100 pounds. The 10-pound ones you can hold and watch TV, and they can be a companion animal, very similar to all the positives of a cat. Most people want a cat because they can be companion animals and you can hold them, whereas the 10-pound dogs can do all of that. But then also, you have 100-pound dogs, and anywhere in between, that you can play with, that you can walk around with, you can take for walks, and regardless of their size, there's always something to do with a dog. Dogs are also more healthy to have than a cat. Dogs have to be exercised, like I said earlier. They have to be walked regularly, they have to be played with, they just, in general, have to be given a lot of physical activity. And this physical activity is just as good for the dog's owner as it is for the dog. Having a dog keeps people active, and it keeps them healthy. Dogs also have a certain connection with people. According to a study done by Goldsmiths University, dogs can tell human emotions and even do their best to not cause any more damage or to try and remedy what damage has already been done. Dogs will approach people that are depressed or crying and, in general, are much more submissive to these people than they normally are. On top of this, they aren't limited to familiar or unfamiliar faces. They simply understand people. This connection, known as an empathy connection, has never been applied to cats. There are no studies that have been able to prove this connection between cats and people. Dogs are much more useful than cats. They can be trained to do a great deal of things. They love to have fun and to play, especially the bigger ones, like this one. The smaller ones, like this one, can do everything that people love about cats and more. The dogs are physically much more healthy to have because they require exercise that people need also, and they share an empathy connection with people that allows them to recognize people's emotions and respond to them. I hope that all this information has shown you just how much better dogs are than cats. Cats cannot hope to aspire to do all the things that a dog can. Dogs are much better to have around the home. Whether you want a big one or a small one, they're the better animal to have in all situations.